We are Sorted, a group of mates who have your back when it comes to all things food. From cooking battles to gadget reviews
And it's not worth it.
and cookbook challenges to a midweek meal packs app.
Crack your eggs, bake.
We uncover the tools that'll help us all cook and eat smarter. Join our community where everything we do starts with you.
What we have here is 1 kilogram of beautifully marbled, 35-day aged Tomahawk steak.
And today we want to make a sauce that really does it justice.
Why am I here? Why am I the one who's cooking this?
I think we were both just about to ask the same question.
It was a very good question, yeah.
If you're char grilling steak, for me, there's really only one option, and it's chimichurri. It's a really simple sauce, but it's really hard to get right. First off, Barry's going to chop some herbs.
Yes, Chef James.
Thank you.
Now, in any normal world, we would love to travel to South America or have a chimichurri expert come to us to show us how to make a really traditional, fantastic chimichurri. That's not happening at the moment. So instead, loads of you have been really helpful on Instagram with tips and comments, giving us loads of knowledge, including the origins of chimichurri.
Chefman29 commented that chimichurri sauce was invented by an Irishman by the name of Jimmy McCurry in the 19th century. He was travelling to fight for the independence of, guess where? Argentina. But since his name was so hard for the people of Argentina to pronounce, they originally just said Jimmy sauce to make it easier. This eventually changed into chimichurri, which was their way of pronouncing the name of its inventor. On the contrary, the artist chef said that's a false etymology and a common mistake. Yes, it is Argentinian, but because Argentina and all other South American countries are very Spanish, this term chimichurri connects to the Basque region's chimichurri, which means a mix of everything in no particular order.
In other words, we had conflicting comments about the history.
I think I'll believe the latter.
Well, if you have any more information on the history of chimichurri, comment down below, let us know.
One of the main things that came out of this was that the #1 thing you should never do with chimichurri, don't worry, it's okay,
Smell this.
is to blend it.
Oh,
You should always chop it,
Really?
not blend it. And as a chef, I would add to that, make sure you've got a really super sharp knife. So you're not like bruising the herbs, you're just chopping them really, really finely.
really fine.
So Baz is chopping up oregano and parsley, a lot more parsley to oregano. I think parsley is quite a well-known addition to chimichurri, and I saw some comments about oregano, and I think that's a really great addition.
Is it traditional?
Right, traditional. So what I've got to say about this is that everybody seems to have a different recipe. I think a lot of people commented saying it's kind of like one of those recipes that everybody has their own for, which means two things. Either you can't get it wrong, or you can't get it right. That's looking pretty good now. Are you happy with it?
I think so.
Okay, chuck it in a bowl.
Straight away, you know how fresh and vibrant this sauce is purely from the smell of that as well. That's what you need with a beautiful steak like a tomahawk. So the next step is to finely chop up your garlic. But from a recent chef tip that I love, James, is to use a grater, and you don't even have to peel your garlic, just rub it straight onto the grater.
That is a great tip.
And it comes out a perfect puree.
Chuck it in. Right, next up is very finely dicing a chili and de-seeding it. And it's got to be really neat because it's going to look really good when you get like really, really tiny little cubes of chili. Can you see it?
I can't, but I can see the concentration.
He is trying hard, like we can't deny that.
No.
Mate, you've done it. You've made a chimichurri. Chuck it in, man. Right, all the chopping's done. Now you've got olive oil and red wine vinegar. This is where you need to get the balance right.
Okay.
So they're weighed out, but it's going to be up to your personal preference as to kind of how much you use, and especially how much vinegar to everything else you use. You're already pouring.
So I'll keep the ratios the same. Oh, that's a shake coming up here. Where's that from? Stop shaking. What's happening here?
Oh, what's going on?
Is that a real
Oh my
shake?
goodness.
Is that a real shake?
That was a real shake.
That was
What
a big
that?
shake.
Okay, right. Seasoning. Peps?
Peps.
I don't think it needs peps.
No?
I think everything's.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but M. Dominguez 18 said,
Yes.
lots of parsley,
Yeah.
lots of olive oil,
Yeah.
some garlic,
Yeah.
salt and pepper.
Oh, okay. We can do peps. Just a little bit. Because you've already got chili and you've already got garlic, which is both adding a little bit of heat.
Happy?
Yeah. When I say a little bit, I mean like a little bit,
Oh, okay, sorry, sir.
not carbonara.
Right. Taste test. I mean... Oh!
What are you tasting?
Garlic. It's fresh, got a slight heat. Don't know. I think could do with more of a zing.
Whoa,
Oh, that is good.
so herby.
That is really parsley-y.
I reckon we'd probably take the rest of the vinegar and probably most of the oil.
You reckon?
I think maybe it's a little bit too herby at the moment in terms of ratio. It's not really a sauce.
God, it's delicious though, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks a little bit more like a kind of sauce or a dressing right now.
It's missing something unexplainable. Is it steak? Maybe it's steak.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Is it missing steak?
Also, we've got a comment that says let it sit for some time for flavours to come together,
So true.
and then put it on absolutely everything with grill marks. So I reckon we leave that until the steak's done, and then we see if it needs any adjustment.
That means, mate, you're in.
Let's do a tomahawk!
I love the confidence that oozes from this man. Usually in this kitchen he's at a loss, but with that in front of him, suddenly he's the main man.
This is all about the sauce. The steak is the side dish, said nobody ever. It's a ribeye, which means it has tons of fat marbled through the meat. We're going to want that fat to break down and become all juicy, so we're going to want to cook it medium. The way to make that happen is oil, salt and pepper all over the steak, and then into a screamingly hot griddle pan.
Oh, it's hot, isn't it?
That is hot!
Jay, about a second ago you had this, now you've not got this.
No, I've got this. It's
Have you
the
got
fire.
this?
I've got this!
Are you sure you got this?
Mate, also don't worry about it, it's a side dish, so.
That's going to go on that side for 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to flip it over 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're going to spin it around 90 degrees, 2 to 3 minutes. Flip it over 2 to 3 minutes. Then into an oven, 5 to 7 minutes, or until it gets to an internal temperature of 55 degrees.
It does smell a bit burny. Oh god, I'm nervous.
Oh, no.
I'm pretty nervous.
And relax.
Had it all the time. So by using the 10 and 2 technique, we should get cross hatches. Those grill lines will mean that it's cooked better and it gives grooves for our sauce to stick to.
Oh,
Nice, nice. Bit like a waffle. While that's in there, shall we try some more chimichurri?
See if the flavours have...
Developed.
nice. Good word, good word.
I think we're there. I think that's it now. Time has actually made all the difference.
Okay, that has now got a kick. That's now vinegary, garlicky, slightly chilly.
That is decent. That's the one. Let's not touch that. Are you happy with our progress so far?
Yeah, banging sauce and a good looking steak.
Are you going to do anything?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. Another suggestion was to grill pineapple and put chimichurri over that. So that's what we're gonna do. I have another griddle pan preheating, and meanwhile, I'm just gonna chop a pineapple into quarters. So this actually needs nothing doing to it. It's just gonna go straight on, and then we're gonna take it out, cut it into smaller chunks, and toss it in the chimichurri.
I don't think I've ever had that before.
That's it. I've separated chimichurri. Pineapple's gonna go in there, and then we can plate up both dishes.
James, that is insane.
Well, you did it too.
But come on, look, just take a moment to appreciate that. That is top dollar.
What a feast. Spaffy, are you happy with how it's cooked?
It looks medium to me. The fat looks to have rendered away. It looks juicy.
I think it's perfect. It's so good. I think it's so great that the outside has all that charring because it works perfectly with the sauce.
It almost, sounds weird, it almost cleans the steak up. And with the charring on the outside, the danger, it could be quite bitter. But with the freshness and the garlicky nature of that sauce, it evens out.
There's so many things a sauce can add to a steak. In a weird way, the steak juice added to the sauce has enhanced the sauce. I know we don't know if that is fully traditional, but I think we can all agree it's outstanding. James, let's move on.
Go on, tell me. Just
I was
tell me how good
excited.
it is.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I've got to taste it. Like, just take me on a journey.
Sweet charred pineapple, salty feta, and then the sauce adds an extra level of freshness and warmth from the raw garlic and the chili. I have never had anything like that before as a combination.
Like obviously the pineapple is adding sweetness to the dish, but it's turning it into like a savoury salad, and it's super refreshing. Goes well with the steak. I've learned it's worth spending time, even if it's just a really simple sauce or recipe. Like it's worth spending that extra time, like chopping the herbs really finely, getting the chili right, getting the balance right, because a simple sauce can just enhance something a lot more expensive.
I just love the fact how we spent all of our time really focusing on the sauce rather than the steak. I've never done that in cooking. It's something I've always just thrown in, not really thought about, which is probably unfair.
It is generally like the thing that brings a dish together. And in the kitchen, like the saucier is usually the next most important person to the head chef. Like it can be, yeah.
Well, over to you guys. How did we get on with making a chimichurri? Do you agree or disagree with the things that we put into it and how we made it? Plus, what other big sauce should we tackle next with which dish? Comment down below and we'll try and perfect it next time.
We've also built the Sorted Club, where you can get tons of foodie inspo using the PAX Midweek Meal app, discover and share restaurant recommendations using the Eat app, listen and contribute to our Feast Your Ears podcast, and send us ideas for new cookbooks you'll receive throughout the year. Check it all out by heading to sorted.club. And now a blooper.
You haven't finished. You haven't finished. I'm not done.
There's more pineapple there, mate.
Can I suck the bone?
What?